A script like The Watchmen is pretty much a dream for a costume designer because we had to cover lots of different decades from the 20th century. The film starts in 1938 and goes forward to 1985. So for each decade we had to try and get some iconic looks from each period that really sort of summed up the period so the audience would get a very clear idea as we jump cut back and forward throughout the decades exactly where we were in the 20th century. In gathering together the costume stock for the film, we really tried to take our starting point from the graphic novel. We wanted to be very respectful to the source material. It affected a lot of our choice of colours. We really tried to keep within the greens, the purples, the murky sort of secondary colours that are in the graphic novel. The number of extras that we have to dress for this film is pretty considerable and far-ranging. We have everything from flower children protesting in 1960s to Soviet soldiers, and the range is really pretty phenomenal. Most films are usually in like a particular period. This one is incredibly labyrinthine in that it jumps through lots of decades, so we had to make sure we were ready for any situation that we would come across. The prison uniforms in the film are drawn very specifically in a strange purpley grey colour, and we decided to replicate that with our hickory stripe here that came in an off-white, and we dyed them into the right tones. Along here is the beginning of our footwear section. We have everything from period cowboy boots in the 70s, right through to shiny patterned uniform shoes. This is one of our uniform aisles. There's lots of uniforms in the film, and each one was researched fastidiously. We've got everything from 1938 NYPD here. We've got Veidt here with lots of sailors. We have diner waitresses, prison cooks. We've got it all, security guards. So this is where we put together all of our uniforms and make sure that everyone has the right look. This is an example of our research books that we put together for the film. For all of the different periods, we gather images from magazines and books, paintings, art, whatever we can get our hands on that really helps evoke the period. And we refer to these when we're dressing our extras and actors to make sure that we get all of the specific details of each period right. But we also tried to really pick beautiful archetypical pieces that really summed up each decade and also give a real sense of period authenticity to the movie, because it was important for us that we wanted to represent the 20th century as it was if there had really been superheroes. They had to have a sense of humanity and unusually sort of detailed texture to them. We didn't want them to feel like they were all airbrushed and from another universe. They were very much real too. So when you see the street clothes next to the superheroes, you can see that there's a link of humanity between them. That sort of applies to all of the costumes really for the film. We really wanted to have a real lived-in feel to it to convey the sense of the late 20th century being in this very paranoid, desperate sort of position on the brink of like nuclear disaster. So that's what we tried to convey in the costumes.